Dubai. Today it's a synonym for luxury, skyscrapers, technology, and ambition. And everything would seem normal if not for one fact. It all rose almost out of nowhere, and in just a few decades. Just 200 years ago, this was nothing but desert. No water, no cities, no resources. Only dusty winds, poor fishing villages, and a harsh struggle for survival. So how, in such a short time, did this city emerge? One that the whole world now watches in awe? You're on the Pandemic of the Mind channel, where we break down truly amazing stories that change the world. If you enjoy this or any other video on our channel, please consider subscribing and leaving a comment. We're a young channel with a big desire to work hard and bring you the most fascinating content. Your support really means a lot to us. Let's dive in. "200 years ago, where today's Dubai stands, there was just a humble fishing village surrounded by dust and sand. No grand ambitions, no luxury buildings, only scorching sun baking everything around and an endless desert starting right at your doorstep. Life was hard. Fishermen survived by catching fish, and nomads roamed in search of even the smallest drops of water. What is now globally recognized was once just a tiny settlement. Sometimes trade caravans would pass through, but they didn't stay long. This wasn't a destination, just a stop on the way somewhere else. At that point, nothing hinted that this small coastal spot would one day become one of the most well-known places on Earth. So what sparked its transformation? Eventually, in the 19th century, the Al Maktoum dynasty turned its attention to this region. After splitting from Abu Dhabi, the family was looking for a suitable place to settle, and they found it here, on the coast once inhabited only by fishermen and nomads. The Al Maktoums saw the strategic potential of this area, access to the sea and the possibility of trade. In 1833, the family firmly established itself here, and the settlement became known as Dubai. The name Dubai is thought to be linked to locusts once common in the region. One theory says Dubai comes from the Arabic word daba, meaning locust. These insects were widespread in the desert and left distinctive marks on the land, perhaps inspiring the name. With the Al Maktoum settlement came trade and growing influence, sparking prosperity. Dubai started growing, and with every year its significance became more apparent. Soon they would discover a real treasure. And here's a spoiler, it wasn't oil. After the settlement was founded, people living by the coast began finding shells containing pearls. At first they were rare finds, but eventually it became clear that real pearls could be harvested from these waters. Pearls became the first real source of income for locals. With no equipment or tools, divers plunged into the water with nose clips, holding onto ropes. They worked from morning to night, repeatedly diving in search of a shell with that bright droplet inside. It was dangerous work. Divers relied on their own breath, diving deep with nothing but willpower. Sometimes even teenagers joined them. These dives were just a normal part of life during the pearl season, which lasted for months. Over time, pearls brought fame to the settlement. Traders from Persia, India, and even the Ottoman Empire came to buy. Trade grew, and Dubai slowly became a key point on the regional map. Pearls were the beginning of everything. But times were changing, and new challenges were on the horizon. In the mid-19th century, British ships began appearing more frequently in the Persian Gulf. The British Empire relied heavily on trade with India, making this route vital. But pirates operating along the coast posed a constant threat. They needed an anchor point, a reliable partner in the region. Dubai became that partner. In 1892, a treaty was signed between Britain and Dubai's rulers, placing the settlement under British protection. The British gained a safe harbor and control over trade routes, while Dubai received security, stability, and the chance to develop international trade. It was a key step toward the city's future growth. Things were finally looking up until Japan came along. You might be wondering, what does Japan have to do with this? Let me explain. Until the 1930s, even with the British alliance, life in Dubai remained fragile. The entire economy rested on one trade: pearl diving. It brought income, jobs, and connected the city to the outside world. But this fragile stability hid a deeper vulnerability. When Japan began mass-producing cultured pearls, the entire industry collapsed. Natural pearls lost their value. Traders stopped coming, and the economy froze. There was no more income, and Dubai was once again stuck with no means to build even a tomorrow. It was a turning point. But around this time, oil was being discovered in nearby Emirates, and a question kept coming up. What if it's hiding here too, beneath Dubai's sands? After the pearl trade collapsed, Dubai was in crisis. But just then, oil discoveries were being made in neighboring Emirates. Exploration across the region intensified, and signs grew stronger. There might be vast wealth hidden beneath Dubai too. In 1937, Dubai's rulers signed a concession with a British oil company, and drilling began. The first well was drilled in the 1950s, but only in 1966 was oil finally discovered, 1.5 kilometers below the ground. It was a game changer. Oil opened up an entirely new chapter. In 1969, Dubai began exporting oil, and for the first time in years, the city had stable income. That moment defined Dubai's future and marked the beginning of its meteoric rise. In the 1960s, Dubai stood on the brink of a new era. Despite strong ties with Britain, the city began pursuing independent development. It became clear that to become a global hub of trade and commerce, Dubai needed to break traditional boundaries. During this time, the rulers, especially Sheikh Rashid bin Zayed Al Maktoum, took decisive steps to solidify economic independence and build a strong foundation. In 1971, Dubai became a founding member of the United Arab Emirates, joining with Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, Ajman, Al Quwain, and Fujairah. This union was a powerful economic and political move that opened new doors for growth and global influence. Sheikh Rashid played a key role in this process, showing leadership and foresight in creating stable, attractive conditions for investors. From this point on, Dubai began evolving into a global economic and trade hub, focused on diversifying its economy and building top-tier infrastructure. The world took notice of Dubai's unique development model, made possible by its vision for independence, government strategy, and support from both local and international communities. Once oil revenues started flowing, Sheikh Rashid bin Zayed Al Maktoum began investing in the city's infrastructure. One of the boldest projects was Port Rashid, opened in 1972. It gave Dubai a major advantage, becoming the first deep-water port in the region. It could now accommodate large cargo ships and streamline trade, opening the city up to the entire world. But the port was just part of a larger economic strategy. Sheikh Rashid's government introduced unique policies to attract investors and entrepreneurs. In 1985, the Jebel Ali Free Zone was established, offering tax incentives, exemption from import-export duties, and business autonomy with minimal government interference. These measures brought in international companies and turned Dubai into both a trading hub and a regional financial center. Investment in infrastructure, especially the port, and a pro-business environment were key to Dubai's rapid rise and global economic appeal. Once Dubai realized the full potential of oil wealth, it began building not just infrastructure, but also its global image. In the 1990s, the government decided that Dubai would become a symbol of luxury, advanced technology, and architectural excellence. This vision fueled rapid growth and transformed the city into a one-of-a-kind metropolis. When Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum became ruler in 2006, he continued his father's policies, but added new dimensions. He set a bold goal to make Dubai a global leader in innovation, tourism, and business. Not just a big city, but a global icon of wealth and progress. This led to bold, attention-grabbing projects that elevated Dubai to new heights. One by one, Dubai began constructing the biggest and most ambitious projects. Not just buildings, but entire complexes designed to amaze the world. In 2008, the Burj Khalifa opened, the tallest building on Earth at 828 meters. It became the ultimate symbol of Dubai's ambition and its desire to be number one. But that was only the beginning. Dubai kept building the Palm Islands, the Burj Al Arab, the Dubai Mall, projects that once seemed impossible. Each used the latest technology to create architectural masterpieces and send a message to the world. In Dubai, there are no limits to what's possible. These projects attracted global investors and millions of tourists intrigued by Dubai's iconic landmarks. But Dubai didn't stop at luxury and architecture. From the start, its government heavily invested in building an innovation-driven economy. Free zones like Dubai International Financial Center and Dubai Silicon Oasis became magnets for international companies seeking access to Middle Eastern and Asian markets. The city grew its tourism, finance, and trade sectors, creating ideal conditions for business and investment. Dubai soon became not just a tourist magnet, but a hub for multinational corporations. The government provided not only tax advantages, but also complete business infrastructure. By attracting foreign investment and securing its place as a global financial hub, Dubai built an economic model rooted in diversification. Oil was no longer the main revenue source. Real estate, tourism, finance, and tech began to lead. This allowed Dubai not only to weather economic crises, but to emerge from them stronger and more ambitious than before. Today, oil accounts for only about 1% of Dubai's GDP, a stunning figure considering oil once funded nearly everything. How did this happen? The answer lies in Dubai's unique development model. Backed by Sheikh Rashid and Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the city restructured its economy and shed its dependence on oil. Dubai became a global hub for business, finance, and tourism. It drew in not just billions in investment, but also thousands of expats seeking opportunity. Today, about 90% of Dubai's population is foreign-born, making it a multicultural and business-friendly environment. Key to this appeal are tax incentives, no corporate income tax, no personal income tax, and simplified processes in free economic zones. These conditions made Dubai a prime destination for international firms and top-tier talent. The Al Maktoum family played a central role in crafting these conditions. The city opened up to the world while creating an economic climate that made it resilient to global crises and profitable in sectors like real estate, tech, tourism, and finance. As one famous economist once said, if you give a trader the right conditions, the money will follow. That simple yet profound idea perfectly sums up how Dubai became an economic miracle. The city built an environment where everyone, from small entrepreneurs to major investors, felt welcome, secure, and encouraged to grow. Dubai became a magnet for people and capital. Tax breaks, business freedom, innovative projects, it all elevated the city to a whole new level. New companies opened, startups launched, and business people from around the globe arrived to bring their visions to life. With few barriers to entry and fast, easy approvals, Dubai gave businesses everything they needed to flourish. This didn't just attract money, it brought ideas, people, and talent. The real miracle isn't just that Dubai was built, it's that people came voluntarily, because it became a place where living, working, and thriving made sense. Today, Dubai isn't just a city, it's a brand, a global symbol drawing people from every corner of the earth. And all of this happened because the city created the conditions for people to bring their dreams and their investments in with them. That's the true miracle. We kept our promise and told you the secret of Dubai's economic miracle. Thank you for watching up to this point. Don't be lazy and subscribe to our channel. And if you liked it, give it a like. It's free. And as always, your doctor on the path to enlightenment was with you.